we've been implementing that with sheep here for 8 to 10 years now on the farm and having pretty awesome results. We've got 16 plus species in our pasture. We've never seeded any of it. The seed bank is in the ground. It just gets better and better. The more you move your animals, the less problems you have. And if we apply, this is the pattern, if we apply disturbance and then give rest, then we see the succession. Ideally I would subdivide that. It's about balancing the animal nutrition and the landscape's needs, but really the lambs you need to favour them until they're big enough and strong enough to be able to do the regeneration for you. The key date for your whole year with the sheep is day 1 of tupping when the ram goes in. The ram goes in for 40 days, it's 2 cycles of the ewes, and then it's 147 days till lambing starts, it's 90 days generally till you're weaning. Every day comes off that day 1 of tupping. During the garden festival we had 900 people through the farm, including a bunch of farmers in October. Everyone parked in the car park, and that was 90 days ago. We grazed this hill. I had a farmer rock up, park his car up there, and he looked at me and he looked at this lamb eating gorse and he says, "Mate, you got to keep that lamb." And I says, "Why is that?" And he says, "It's eating gorse." And I said, all my sheep eat gorse. And that's what happens in nature when you the beauty of the mob grazing. When you mob your animals, it's the opposite of leaving them on the landscape permanently. When you set stock your animals, they favour the palatable species and they erode them. Then you need all the companies, the fertiliser, you need to drill, you need to new seed, you need to spray, and so on and so on. When you mob the animals up, you have a management tool, and it's called non-selective grazing. That's why the sheep eat the gorse and favour the seed heads and the broadleafs and the flowers. In sheep management, half of it is managing the landscape, and same with cattle, and half is managing for the animal. So with the young animals, we tend to favour the animal, and then with the elder animals, the sheep, once they're 1.5 years, they develop a stronger stomach and a stronger set of teeth. Then you have a management tool to be able to do the regeneration. So you can't ask the babies to return fertility to an impoverished landscape, but you can do that with the adults. So we do different things throughout the year. At the moment we've separated the ewes, the mothers have gone out onto a lease where we need to improve the pasture, and so we're looking at trampling the surplus of the grass into the ground, which means a tight stocking density, regular moves, and there's a few things to consider, but really to simplify it, we're managing for the half for the animals and half for the landscape and trying to balance the two.